All of your life.
All right. First of all, your name is Marcia. I'm Randy from JamaicaHealthBox.com. About when did we meet? Give me a little bit of history. Talk to me about some of your health issues and give us some good news.
I am a pastor. I live in South Carolina. I met Randy, I would want to say maybe about 2 months, 3 months now. Time go by so fast, but within the couple months. So I began to talk to Randy about some health challenges that I have been going through and how I'm feeling in my body, lethargic, and my blood pressure was just out of whack, just going. I've been praying and asking God for help. So, as a pastor and as a leader, and as a true believer in Christ, I know when you pray and you ask God for something, God's going to send someone your way to help you. So, as I was watching Jamaica Good Life, I get connected with Randy and I start telling him about this complication that I was going through in my body. And he said, okay, I know what we could do. I'm going to set up a package for you and everything. And let me tell you, faith without works is dead. I move on what he say, not just say, well, I'm waiting for God to do it. I pray and God send him my way and I act on that. He sent me my package. I do exactly what he said to do. I love to eat and I love food, but I eat clean and I eat good still. But you still need stuff to rebuild your cells and all those things over the years that have been deteriorating in your body. My blood pressure was like 240 over 160 over 170. Sometimes I go to the doctor them like, we don't know what's going on with your body. I do all kind of tests. The minute I start this regimen that Randy from Good Life put me on, my body feel replenished. I sound revitalized. I sound revived. I'm not tired. My blood pressure is now within the range of 120 something over 80 something, and it stays in the border range. So I just want to give this testimony to let you know that God said herbs is the healing for the land. I was on 5 medication they give me for my blood pressure. Now I just barely take one. Sometimes, like when I get overexhausted and my blood pressure elevate just a little bit, I just take like one to calm myself. But I mean, not even that. When I go back to the doctor and I tell the doctor and they test my pressure, they was like, "Wow, what you doing?" I say, "Well, I'm taking some herbs along with what you say, and I'm weaning myself off the medicine because you said you don't want me to be on the medicine. The doctor said to. I don't want you to get hooked to the medicine." So when I tell him that I'm taking some herbs, he was like, well, hey, do what you're doing. Do whatever you're doing that's working for you. So I wean myself off the meds, and let me put this disclaimer out there. Randy did not tell me to come off the meds. He said consult your doctor first and see what your doctor said. So I went to my doctor and I tell my doctor, and he said, okay, you're doing good. Continue to do what you're doing. So I'm now, I just barely take one med, one if I want to take it. But I'm taking my herbs, I'm taking my blood pressure tea, I drink it. And of course, you do everything in moderation. So, of course, I do it in moderation. I'm making my shakes, I'm drinking my Never Tired, and now every so often I take my um, cleanse. And now I'm out of my Noonie detox, so I need my Noonie detox. So I just want to give you my testimony and everyone out there to just let them know that this thing work. This thing work. Don't just say, I'm waiting for God to do this for me. I'm waiting for God to do that. God sent people and God put people in our pathway for us to take heed and to listen because He gave them the wisdom, the knowledge, and the understanding to do just like how we give it to the doctors. And he said healing again, he said healing is the nation. The herbs is the healing for the body, for the people, for the nation. So if we take heed and do when someone tell us to do something and don't complain, we will see result. So once again, Randy, I just want to say God bless you and I appreciate you and I thank you.
Well, first, let me thank my team, Yaya, Angela Burke, and Montego. This journey has been a spiritual one for us. We take healing very seriously. I was sick for a year and had to take the time. Like you say, faith without work. You came to us, we taught you how to eat better. You did the work. And many people would say, we're just cleaning you. I want to thank Yaya for his magic with the stinking toe. We introduced you to watercress, everything to rejuvenate you. This, for me, we started reaching the public around May, and you're one of our fifth major success. And if we could help you to change and balance your life, in our philosophy, God for us is a change and balance also. We believe that God is a change and balance in the infinite universe. So we have a bigger principle of how we perceive God. So we say everything we do is a change and a balance. Okay? And we fuse that with the belief in the word and your faith-based system here on your planet. So we see ourselves as an alien being. Let's look at this from a different perspective. All the things that's happening to human beings is because of their lack of change and balance, right? So that's what we applied to
Absolutely.
you, okay? And that is our God tool. A lot of people pray and they have faith, but they're still sick. So we had to give them something bigger. You're going to have to change. So what did we do? We changed your diet, right? So we changed your
Right.
knowledge. We changed your inducing of herbs, and we changed the movement. We made your intestines slippery. We opened up your blood vessels. So again, nature is changing. You're changing. So we want everyone to have a change of mind, to expand on the concept of God and apply this change and balance that we believe in to your life. Okay? Remember, Jesus can only do so much because he's done so much already. Am I correct here? I mean, like, what else do we want
You are
Jesus to
correct.
do? Right?
Right.
So now I think after Jesus has done so much, to keep asking Jesus, hey, I need some more help. It's like, I died for you. So can you take it from here and apply some change and balance to your life? Can you start acting now? You know, loving yourself. So we want to take society to the next level. We see the same thing over and over. And what did I say to you as a minister? I said to you, you're going to start teaching some kind of Tai Chi in your church. We want you to teach yoga. It's not sufficient that the pastors are just focusing on the word, but the food is also the word, right? Everything is the
Right.
word. So I was so elated to have you, a believer, a strong leader, but for us to guide you and you're happy, we look to continue this relationship and hopefully prevent anything from happening to you. For me, personally, you know, this is so amazing because everything we've been doing has been divine. It took us 20 years to put this team together. And we've had so many challenges in getting the product to the people. One of our top herbalists, his literal leg was cut off in building this whole company, Yaya, the one who makes the herbs for you. While he was
Wow.
filming in the class, you would see him in a cast. He was in pain. He had
Right.
steel in his foot. But I knew something bigger was happening in Jamaica Health Box. I met Yaya. We took all the products. I knew because a man sent me to meet this man. And this man is a collective of all our ancestors, you know? So the healing of the ancient Christ, it continues throughout. This healing is real. And if it's in the Bible, that we need to follow, right? And we need to have faith, and we need to save, and we need to give the respects to those who are doing this work. We have clients who we speak to, we teach, and they don't show us the level of spiritual respect we deserve, you know? So I ask you as a leader in your church, please, if you can, expand your horizon on change and balance. That is my primary spiritual philosophy universally. Teach them how to change themselves, how to judge themselves, how to make sure. And so the healing did start with you. You took the effort in this. So I'm very happy, but I always want to put my own spin on things because we're increasing
Right.
the different level of understanding. And my sister, I'm so happy for you. And I wish that you just keep getting better. We're going to keep strengthening you. The stinking toe is what worked with you, the T's, and we're going to make sure we replicate these formulas so no matter what happens to us, we can continue to help our people. I really, really, I'm beyond happy to get this call, because I wanted to check on you and tell us about the CMOS. What was your favorite? What stuff did you like, didn't like?
Okay, I love everything. It's nothing because I like natural stuff. And if I know it's good for me, it doesn't matter how first time I never used to like bitters, but as I get older, I realize that it's not everything that tastes good is good for you. So with the wisdom that I have now, when I taste, I think it's the what's the green one? It's the
Watercress.
spirulina.
Oh,
No, the
spirulina.
powder. Yeah, that one I think give you a little bitter taste. But as of course you said use that in moderation, so I have to put a little bit. But the stinking to me washing my sea moss and soaking it and blending it up. A matter of fact, I'm out, so I'm going to blend some more because I make a big jar of it and out of it. So I'm gonna make blend some more and use it. But yeah, I put the stinking tool, the stinking tool. I remember as a little girl used to eat stinking tool back in Jamaica, and I'm like, we never know the benefit of these things. We just take them for granted. But that's one of the things that we realized when we were in Jamaica. We never used to sick. We never have cold. We never have none of these things until we start travel and get away from all of these natural things that we used to. But we thank God for the wisdom now that you guys package it, and preserve it and put it to sell it. Yesterday I was telling one of my clients, she's Jamaican, and I was telling her that I used the stinking tool. I was telling her about the package and everything. And I'm like, I'm making my stinking tool shake and stuff. She was like, stinking tool. I say, yeah, and it's not stink as we used to think and have that phobia about it. I said, no, it is preserved and it's packaged in a package. So I love everything about it. To me, my only thing the stinking to need to be more in the pack. That's all. That's all I need. I just need more. But of course, I know that's the size of it. So now, what I do, I'll just order two or three, so I could have more.
Well,
But
let,
one
let
of
me
the things
let
I
me
wanna,
go ahead. Let me tell you something. You could tell me this stinking toe is so hard to make out of the shell, and people don't understand. That's why I lost a lot of weight too, and I'm sure you probably lost some weight too. Am I correct?
yeah,
And it's one of the big thing that gives you the energy and balances you out, and it works on all the organs. So it's going to be in high demand. So whenever you could get it, get two of it because we're always running out. We have a few left in Pennsylvania, so we could get you those. Continue. You were saying.
yeah. One of the things that I want to say is that the Bible, what we live by, but we don't act on what God say in His Word. In the book of Hosea 4, at the sixth verse, He said, "My people are destroyed because of lack of knowledge. He said, because they reject knowledge, I, God, also will reject them as king and priest forever, because they have forgotten the law of their God. I also will forget their children and their children. What is that? I remember growing up in Jamaica, them say you can't lead the ass or the donkey to the water, but you can't make them drink it, right? So you can introduce Jamaican health box to people, but the mindset of individual, I could even introduce it in the church, because I am introducing it in the church to them, but I can't make them drink it. So people gonna always reject the knowledge, and don't know, by rejecting the knowledge, also rejecting, and I'm also allowing my generations after me to reject knowledge and to walk in ignorance. And that's what people are doing. They're walking around in ignorance, not knowing what is good for you.
With that
So
note,
that's what I
on
wanted
that,
to put there.
definitely, when you go to JamaicaHealthBox.com, everyone, and you should, one day, here's what you should do. Get your projector,
Hmm.
go to Jamaica Health Box, and it's a 2 hour video. Have them watch it because it's a class and you can
Right,
teach that herbal class and they're like, oh, I didn't know, you know,
right.
or look through it first. I hope it doesn't have anything that offends the church, but you know,
It's okay.
you don't want to put everything on in the church, but
No, one
send
of the
it.
things what as people we have to learn to eat what they say, eat the meat and spit out the bone, right?
Yes.
Okay,
So
that's it.
now you're going to have to get the strap out for your congregation. You're going to be the first minister that's going to be a health minister because you're doing it, you know. And we look to even recommend and make you better. You know, we know what you're doing, but we're still going to throw more tools your way. Your moringa capsule to make sure for your eyes. You know, there's the purple
Right,
sea moss. Try that. The journey continues. Make sure you have your cold pressed coconut on. Make sure you're taking your watercress. We're still going to be heavy handed with you. Are you drinking your watercress? You know, do you get your
yeah,
slippery elm powder from Amazon? You don't have to get the slippery elm from us all the time. We need you to add slippery
right.
elm powder, watercress, big red onions, kombucha. And did you start drinking the kombucha from the
Oh
supermarket?
yes, I'm drinking my kombucha. Yes.
Ah,
A matter of fact, yesterday, well, a couple of days ago, I went in the supermarket and I saw this lady pick up these two big ones, and I was like, "Wow!" If I didn't have knowledge about it now, I would just overlook it and didn't even see. You know what I'm saying? But now that the eyes of my understanding have been opened and enlightened about it, I notice it with her. So I was like, those are two big ones. She said, yeah, they on sale. So she grabbed them. So now you grab for knowledge. So now I'm like, okay, so I could go and grab two of them too. So I could get these two now that I am aware of it.
yeah. Remember what we did? We didn't want you to come to us every. We taught you what to do in your
Right.
supermarket. We do environmental training. We don't care where you live. We say if you could meet your farmer, do that. If you eat meat, this is how you do it. Your fermentation. So for people listening to this, we are about educating, elevating. And for those who call us and didn't call us back, look, it's your life. We want to
Right.
prevent anything from happening to you. And for those who are over 40 something, no medical condition, and you're female, you might think you don't need a fibroid buster kit. It's a super clean for the woman. So you have
Mm,
to go to Jamaica Health Box, sign the waiting list, and when we do get to you, don't just save your money. You clean your car, you go to movies, you do so much with your money, but what did you do for yourself in the past 5 years? Did you have three deep cleaning? And keep in mind, our products have been in the market for 40 some odd years. You're just scratching the surface, my lady. You're just scratching the
Wow.
surface because you haven't received our deep clean yet, the big boy with the olive oil. Okay, so near December, boom. So we give our top clients the three clean, the colon cleanse, the body cleanse, and the super cleanse. Now, that baby, that year, when you do this in 1 year, you could run for another 3 years and you should be good. No disease, no parasites, nothing
My
growing,
God.
fibroids clean. So, first, you remember we cleaned you, then we built you,
Right.
and we kept you building yourself with the key
Right.
ingredient, and we gave you kombucha to reach on the shelf to so you could streamline, and we gave you the cold pressed coconut oil to keep the intestines slippery. Okay, so magnesium, remember, check your doctor to see what you need. Magnesium is very important with movement. Check your doctor for your vitamin C, D's, or whatever. Remember, you have to
Mm-hmm.
walk. It's part of our movement class. You don't have to run,
Mm-hmm.
but you must walk. Park your car a mile from the church and walk to the church. Tell your
Wow.
congregation to do that if they can. Okay. Jesus walked, so stop driving so much and do a little walking because that's gonna that's what's that gonna do is it's gonna move your
Amen.
intestine. Get a sneakers. Tell him today's Sunday is sneaker day. What do you mean? 1 mile away from the church, and I need you guys to walk to the church. But ma'am, yeah, the health box guys are saying you guys need to walk more movement, okay, because it's not just about what you're eating, it's about the movement. If you don't allow the circulation to happen, all this work we're doing is going to be in vain. So walking
Right.
increases the blood vessels, the circulation, and when you move, the intestine goes to the rhythm and the heart goes back into a rhythm. Without walking, the heart is not in the same rhythm as it used to be. So walking is as important as breathing. Because remember, cars don't really exist, planes don't really exist in nature. You understand? So
Right.
walking is kind of like the you see the clock that's swinging, that little pendulum. If the walking is the pendulum of the body, when you walk,
Mm.
that's how the heart moves. But when you're not
Right.
walking, the heart is like, okay, everything is slowing down, even your mind. Okay. So we love you.
Right.
You're the greatest. Whatever you need, let me know. And tell your friends that we talked to and didn't call us back. We're going to go on vacation soon. So these guys better sign up quickly before I hit the beach.
I know. I know. I want to talk to you off here before you hang up.
All
So,
right. Respect, love. Just pause for a
but
second.